Hello everyone, this is Jalal Singh Gaudi. Today we'll learn about the exercise 1.5 and this is the lecture number 13. And before going to start the lecture I would suggest you will see the lecture number 8 because it depends on the divergent and convergent. So first of all we will find that this is the general term 2 power n. So now we will find the limit n approaches to infinity power. Then we have to do, we will get the what we have to do, we just apply the limit n approaches to infinity 2 power n, apply the limit, we will get the 2 power infinity, so we will get infinity. So if I have tell about the ratio comes greater than 1, then what we do, what we call it divergent. Ratio becomes convergent, so it is divergent. This is all about the question number first. So 2 power infinity means that multiply by 2 itself by with infinity times. Multiply by 2 itself with infinity times. So we can write the infinity. So this is the question number first, and now we will do the question number 3. Question number 2 you can do yourself, is very easy. Question number 3 is general term is equal to minus 5 power n. So this is the negative, we can write it as power infinity. So we can apply the limit n approaches to infinity, so it would be that minus 5. We can write in this way, 5 power minus n. So we will apply the limit, so it would be that minus infinity, so it would be to cancel out each other, so anything divided by infinity is equal to 0, so it is convergent. So in question number 4 we will find, we have given a sequence, not a sequence but series. Question number 4, 3 plus 9 plus 27 plus 91 plus. So this is the series. What we have to do, we just find the general term, and first of all we will find the ratio. We will decide it is divergent or convergent. So first of all we find the ratio, then in the ratio we will divide the second term, we will divide first term with the second term, so it will be that 3 is greater than 1, so we call it divergent. So it is divergent. Now we will find the general term, or you know that geometric series, sum of n terms, it will be the r power n minus 1 divided by, if r comes greater than 1, then what we have to do, we will write the r minus 1. If ratio less than come, then we will write the 1 minus r. So this is the geometric series to n terms. So Sn is equal to, this is the a is equal to 3 and r is equal to 3. So we can write 3 whole power n minus 1 divided by 3 minus 1. So we can write 3 divided by 2, 3 power n minus 1. So now we will apply the limit. This is the general term. So 3 divided by 2, limit n approach to infinity, 3 power n minus 1. So we will apply the limit 3 power infinity minus 1. Anything power infinity is equal to infinity minus 1. Answer will become infinity. So this is the divergence. Already I have written it over here. So this is the divergence. So in question number 5, this is all about the question number. You should know about the definition of convergence and divergence. Then you can solve these problems in easy way. Otherwise you can't solve these problems in easy way. You should go and watch this exercise, those definitions. So question number 5. Question number 5 is 2 divided by 3 plus 3 divided by 4 plus 4 divided by 5 plus, this is the series. What we have to do, we just find the general term. Later on we will decide it is convergent or divergent. So focus on that. We will break out that. So 1 by 3, we will get the LCM, then it would be the 2 by 3 plus 1 minus 1 divided by 4 plus 1 minus 1 by 5 plus this. So this is the what we call it. We have two series at a time. So what we have to do, we just separate out these two series. Later on we will decide it is convergent or divergent. So we can write 1 plus 1 plus 1 and minus 1 divided by 3 plus 1 divided by 4 plus 1 divided by 5. So this is the two series. Now we what we have to do, we will find the general term of 1. Then it would be the n minus, this is the minus. This is the minus symbol. So it would be the 1 divided by n plus 2. So this is the general term. So now this is the general term. If we put the values 1, then it would be there come 1 minus, this is the minus 1 divided by n plus 3. We will put the 1, then answer will become 1 by 3. If we will put the 2, sorry, it will become 1 by 4. So this is the what we call it general term, and now we will take the LCM and later on we will move on. So it will be the n plus 2 and minus 1 divided by n plus 2. So what we have to do, we will just get out the n common from this. So this is the general term. So we will take the n common, then it will be the 1 plus 2 divided by n minus 1 divided by n, okay, and divided by n common, so it would be the 1 plus 2 divided by n. These both will cancel out each other. Now we will apply the limit. So limit n approach to infinity, okay, 1 plus 2 divided by n minus 1 divided by n divided by 1 plus 2 divided by n. So this is the, now we will apply the limit. It would be there, when we apply the limit, it will be there 1 plus 0 minus 0 divided by 1 plus 0. It is equal to 1. So it is divergent. So this is all about the question number 5. So question number 6 is very easy. You do yourself, and question number 7 I will do. So this is the question number 5. So guys, this is the question number 7 in which we will find the ratio minus 3 divided by 4 is less than 1. So it would be the convergent. So this is the answer, but we will find the geometric series to n terms. So this is sum to n terms. So it would be the a 1 minus r power n divided by 1 minus r, because ratio comes less than 1, then we will write the 1 minus r and 1 minus r. So Sn is equal to a, this is the what we call 1 minus 3 divided by 4 whole power n, and in the divide we will write 1 minus plus 3 by 4. So now Sn is equal to 1. It would be the 1 minus 3 divided by 4. It would be the n divided by it would be the 4 plus 3 7 divided by 4. It would be the 4 by 7. So now limit n approach to infinity. So 4 by 7. Okay. 4 by 7, and we will write 1 minus 3 by 4 whole power n. So we will apply the limit. When we apply the limit, it would be the 1 minus 3 divided by 4 whole power infinity. So it would be the 4 divided by 7. It would be the 1 minus 0. So it would be the 4 divided by 7. So this is all about the question number. So it comes less than 1, so we can write it. So we can (0.5). So it will be equal to 0.5 less than 1. So that is the conversion. So guys, this is all about the exercise 1.5. I have done all problems. If you have any queries, then you can draw your comment section, so I will give you answer. So thank you very much. In next lecture we will cover the 1.6. Thank you.